Hi, friends. Welcome to your Tuesday Thought Twist. I'm your life coach, Deb Penner with Drops in the Bucket. This is your weekly opportunity to become a better manager of your beautiful human brain. Last week, we talked about choices. And this week, I want to sort of take that and expand it out a little bit. Incidentally, if you struggle with making choices, make sure you check out last week's video. This week, I want to talk to you about turning off your autopilot. Most of us live a very habitual life. We are almost always operating on our subconscious operating programs. We are taking action, again, at the subconscious level, below our level of consciousness, and we're just sort of repeating the same patterns that we have repeated the day before and the day before that and the day before that. And that's okay if you like where things are in your life. If your life is in a good place, if the reality that you have created feels nurturing and exciting and peaceful and fabulous, and you just would love to stay there, please leave your autopilot engaged. But if the place where you are right now doesn't fit right, if it feels uncomfortable, if it feels too small, or maybe too big, if it feels like it's depleting rather than nurturing and energizing, then you definitely want to turn that autopilot off. And we do that by just beginning to pay attention. I'll give you a great example. One of my clients told me that she typically comes home after work and just takes a little nap because her current reality feels a little overwhelming. It makes her feel a little tired. And so she just kind of wants to escape that. And so she comes home and she takes a little nap. And then she goes and gets her son from daycare and sort of re-engages with life. But recently, she's been doing some work to better align herself with her core values. And so one day she came home and she thought, I'm not going to take a nap. I'm going to do a little project. I'm going to take a little area of my house and I'm going to tidy it up and make it feel better to me, make it feel more like me. And so instead of taking this rest, she made a conscious choice. She turned off her autopilot. Autopilot said, in between work and picking up son, we take a nap. But she disengaged that program and asked herself, what would feel good to me today? Well, I would like to take an area of my house and tidy it up and make it feel like me. So that's what she did. And she told me she was far more energized than she ever was taking that after work nap. So this is a really great example of what it looks like to turn the autopilot off. So rather than just going through your days and doing what you always do, stop often in your day and ask yourself, this is the best anti-autopilot question. What would feel good right now? When you wake up in the morning and that hand starts to reach for your phone, stop. That's autopilot. And ask yourself, what would feel good right now? I'll give you a hint. It's probably not checking your email or reading the news. Just a hint. What would feel good right now? When you get up to get ready for your day, what would feel good right now? When you have a break at work, what would feel good right now? When you're on your way home, when you're making that transition from your work day to your home time, what would feel good right now? After you're finished eating dinner, when you're getting ready to just zone out with the remote, what would feel good right now? When a choice is presented to you, instead of choosing from this autopilot place, instead of just letting the thoughts in your brain make the choice for you, stop and actually consider which one of these options moves me in the direction that I want to go. You guys have heard me talk about that before. I call that the magic wand question. Does this move me in the direction I want to go? Oh, I have a couple of options about projects I could take at work. I have a couple of options about what I could do with my social time on Saturday. I have a couple of options about what kind of movement I could do for my body today. Okay, which one of those options in any of those or any other situation moves you towards the reality that you want to be living? Autopilot is created by your current reality. It's like the software that's running the program of your current reality. So again, if your current reality is great, perfect. Autopilot is great. But if your current reality is not so great, we don't want to keep running that program, the same program that got you the reality you have now. If you keep running that program, you keep that same reality. And all that's required to switch that autopilot off is just for you to bring some conscious awareness and attention into the moments of your day when you have a choice in front of you. And remember that you always have a choice in front of you, okay? So you don't have to spend all of your mental energy in a day asking yourself what would feel good literally every 3 seconds. But do recognize that in every moment, again, when your alarm goes off, when you're planning on getting out of bed, when you're taking a shower, when you're brushing your teeth, when you're getting dressed, when you're driving to work, when you're at work, when you're in meetings, when you have breaks, when you have interactions with your coworkers, when you're choosing what you're going to eat for lunch, when you're deciding whether you're going to go to happy hour or go to the gym, when you're on your drive home, when you're preparing your dinner or choosing between preparing dinner and getting takeout, all of these things and a million more are opportunities. They're choices. They're moments in time where you get to pick, do I leave the autopilot turned on and keep creating the same reality I've been living on, or am I going to switch it off and actually think about the choice that's in front of me or feel about the choice that's in front of me so that I can begin to create a different reality? Turn off your autopilot, even if it's only once or twice a day, and watch what happens. I want to hear about it. So make sure you tell me what it's like to turn off your autopilot. And if you would like to talk more about this, I invite you to schedule a free call for yourself. That's available to you anytime. The easiest way to do that is just to pop over to my website, which is drops, D-R-O-P-S, with deb.com, dropswithdeb.com. Go over there. Right at the top of the page, there's a picture of me with a button next to it that says talk to me. You click that button, schedule yourself a free call, and we'll talk about autopilot and anything else that might be on your mind to move you towards the reality that you want to be living in. I'll see you guys next week.